Good morning, YouTube. Dal here from Zephyr War Games, and today, of course, we have the full list for the Tournament Pack 15 or OTS 15. We now know all of the ultis. Well, yeah, and we know all of the supers. So, for, of course, the ultimates, we'll start off with those. We've got Armed Dragon level 10, which we knew about. We then got Dragon XYZ Requiem Dragon, like. Very, very random. Very random. So, yeah, that's interesting. And then, of course, we've got Halley Firebrax. Now, the biggest question on all three of these ultis is, straight away, the ultis themselves are pretty much ass apart from Halley Firebrax. Now, the question is, this is due, or it technically should have launched yesterday. But then the question is, will they now delay, if Halley Firebrax was to be banned on the March ban list, would they now delay it? Or are we going to be seeing it actually being implemented? This is one of the very few OTS sets, maybe OTS 2 might be on the same level, but where the supers are actually a hell of a lot better than the ultis, because the supers are actually cards we've been wanting for a long, long time. So there's not really much more to say on the ultis. I think the Dark Armed Dragon, maybe if there's collector's value in there, will probably be the £30 mark. I think Requiem again will be the £20 mark. It'll kind of be like Traptrix Rafflesia in a sense. But Halley Firebrax, considering it is the best ulti from the set, I don't think it's going to reach the heights of Nibiru, which is still sitting at like 100 to 120. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is, if you go to your locals and they say, right, do you want OTS 13s, 14s, or 15s? You'll probably go, I'll have 14s, 13s, and then 15s. So like 15s at the bottom, you just want the supers. I think, and if Hulk does get banned in March, then of course the ultis will plummet. But if it doesn't, you could be looking at 50, 60, £70 on an ulti Hulk, because it goes into like 80% of all decks. We'll then move on to the supers, and like I said, with the supers, we're actually getting cards that we've wanted for a long, long time. So, should Old Dragon finally gets a rarity upgrade? The only disappointing thing about said Should Old Dragon is it's not an ultra like the rest of the cards. So it's kind of like, that's annoying. But it is what it is. We then look at, of course, Zodiac Broadbow. Fine, absolutely makes sense. I think the only other one that isn't a foil is Hammer Kong. So hopefully that will be updated at some point as well and go from there. Barricade Bloodbucker, again, a little bit late. This should have been in like OTS 13 or 14, but still very, very good to get. You've then got Crossover. This is a little bit random for me. This came out in Toon Chaos. And then you've also got the Necro Vision Dragon. Again, a little bit random. Magician, Proxy F Magician. Again, quite happy with this one. Captain Roland. Again, we knew about this and quite happy with this one. Mummy Melfi. Now, I thought Mummy Melfi was a super in the original set. If it was only a common, fine, it makes sense because then it joins the rest of them. And then, of course, we've got Dogmatical Punishment. I'm actually really happy about this because it's one of the cards that you use in pretty much 80 to 90% of all decks that use the Dogmaticas, and it was the only one that was a common. Then we look at the commons. Of course, we've got Griffin Wing, Armed Dragon level 7, level 5, and level 3. Would have been nice to see these in supers, or at least Armed Dragon level 3 as super, and a DDR as well as a super would have been nice. You got Tri-Right, Tri-Right, Shadow Vampire, Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, Amorphactor Pain, interesting, Amorphous Persona, again, interesting, Ice Bell, Vampire Domain, and then Muhammad the Fairy Dragon. Now, like, I mean, the commons aren't amazing, to be honest. I mean, when you look at the ones in the past, DDR's pretty cool. But when you look at the other ones, like you had the Phantom Knights and you had, I think, was Brigadine in one of them? So you had Brigadine in one of them, Cloak in one of them, and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool and interesting. The card under Barricade Bloodbucker is called Crossover. It's like a card, I believe it equips a card from the deck, I think. But obviously what I'm looking at now is in German, I believe. I'm not obviously that good at foreign reading, but this was the only one that had the images with it, which kind of made it, I thought I'll take the images over the actual effects. But yeah, it's an interesting set. Nothing too major, nothing too like groundbreaking in my opinion. Can I change? No. Nothing too groundbreaking. It's interesting. Obviously, everyone's going to want a Hulk. I would love a Requiem. I think Requiem could look really nice if they do the stained glass window wings properly. I'm hyped about Dragon, hyped about Barricade. Borbo's kind of nice to get as well. Yeah, VFD Ultimate Rare would have been sick. Proxy F I'm really happy about. Captain Roland's nice, and then obviously Punishment. I love that card. I think it's such a good card. Yeah, that is it, guys. Short, sweet, simple, direct, to the point. I will be uploading this video post as well, so you can enjoy that and kind of see all of the ultimate rares. But for now, as absolutely always, guys, thank you for watching the live stream. Thank you for watching. If you are watching this pre-recorded, stay safe. And as absolutely always, happy dueling.